Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pete from Concise Bourbon. This is part two of a continuation of Who Has the Best Barrel Picks of 2025 Fort Wayne, Indiana edition. Now, we already did a competition versus Gaze, Hop Schnapps, and the winner of the last video was a Traverse City from Michigan that was absolutely delicious. This time, what do we have? We have a Maker's Mark. This is from Belmont, the last mocha. So we're going to be going and trying this. Number 121. How good is this? I remember it was a very good, solid bottle. A Buffalo Trace. Now, what is a Buffalo Trace doing against a Maker's Mark Private Select? This is an excellent store pick, a banger. What I like about it is we know Buffalo Trace is sweet. But what happens when you add some oak to it? You get this. And it is fantastic. And then finally, Old Forester Barrel Proof from Belmont Beverage. This is from K. I really do appreciate that Rickhouse K. Floor 3. It is 132.3 proof. Now, a lot of times that means flavor. A lot of flavor, but will it be too much alcohol to go against the others? Let us see who is going to win in this battle to move on to the competition, the finals of the best of Fort Wayne. So this is Belmont versus Belmont versus Belmont. So let's get with it. First, Maker's Mark, Private Selection, the last mocha. What do we have? Well, it's got a nice amber, slightly dark amber color to it. Let's look at the legs. Legs, I don't really see much legs if I'm being honest. No, there's not much legs to it. So let's go ahead and have a smell. Oh, sweet. Almost like a sweet candy corn. Almost like a apple cinnamon apple pie. Beautiful nose. It's just, I could smell this for days. It's just, it really is like a sweet apple pie. Beautiful nose. All right, let's go to the palate. Oh, nice char, smoky oak with a sweet apple pie. Almost a, not a bananas Foster, just a, it tastes almost like that though, almost like an alcohol enriched dessert, slightly bready, just a fantastic drink. The finish is medium to long. I really like it. Sweet. The oak starts dying down, but then you really get the flavors of the pear, the apricot, the brown sugar, the slight caramel, very fruit forward. A little bit of oak, very nice oak. Maybe the slightest of chocolate, but a very beautiful bottle. Man, that's delicious. And this is halfway gone. And it's just, the nose is amazing. The taste is amazing. All right, let's go to the Buffalo Trace. Can it compete? It's a little bit lighter. No oils. No legs. So let's go ahead and try the taste, the smell. On the nose, I get slight oak. I get sweet, almost a salty, like a salted caramel, honestly. Even a peach pie. It does smell good. It's light, but you can smell them. Let's go in for the taste. Oh, that is good. That is bright. peach, fruit forward, just peach pie, a peach cobbler with the the granulated sugar on top, just a touch of oak, a touch of cinnamon, medium to long finish. I cannot believe this is Buffalo Trace. That really makes a difference of a store pick. Man, does that count? How much better the store pick is compared to the regular selection? I don't know, but these two are just really just blowing my mind with how good they are. Wow, this is going to be so hard. I'm even getting red fruit, maybe like a red apple, maybe the beginning bite of a pear, the flesh of a pear in there. And then just towards the finish, the oak a little bit, just a bit of the oak, not much, but enough to remind me that it was sitting in a barrel. It tastes like it has more age than it should. This is just an excellent pick. Whoever did this did a fantastic job. Kudos to you. I mean, I gotta give hands up. I mean, both of these, honestly, are great, but man, for Buffalo Trace, the difference, just kudos, kudos. Come on. That was fantastic. Whoever did that, I need you to just let us know who picked that because I want you to pick more picks like that. That was just phenomenal. I mean, maybe Belmont is the picker. I mean, it's just fantastic. Right now, I don't really want to pick between them two. And here comes Old Forester. Now, I'm going to be honest. I love Old Forester. I went to the distillery. They were my first distillery I ever visited. And I enjoyed it. I really did want a little bit more personalization. It felt like they're just used to having masses going through compared to Conviction, which I visited in North Carolina. And it really did feel personal. I really did feel a connection with the person giving us a tour, with the environment, the person giving us a tasting. Old Forester felt like they were just going through the motions. I really did feel let down by that because I love Old Forester so much. In fact, when I first started my bourbon journey, I wrote an email to them regarding the black label that I love so much. And I didn't even get a response back saying, just thank you for your submission of how much you love our bourbon. Nothing. Nothing at all. I didn't want anything. But it would have been nice to just receive a thank you. We appreciate your email letting us know something. So I love the juice, but let's see if the blue label can go ahead and give us something. So I love that pop. We already have some juice in there. I just wanted to smell it from the bottle. Let's go ahead and smell it from the glass. Now, the juice is maybe slightly darker than the Maker's Mark, so this is probably the darkest one out of all of them. And I believe this is a 4-year. I'm not sure. I want to say it's a 4-year. It could be older than that, but it is a barrel proof, a K3, 132.3 on the nose. Again, this is darker than all of them, so it's darker, medium, light on the nose. I don't know why. This is 132 proof. I feel like I should be getting more. I don't smell that much. I'm going to go ahead and stir it around. Let's look for the legs. Now, I am getting some oils in there compared to the other ones. Obviously, 132 proof, that is going to make a difference. You see the Old Forester glass. Shows you I really do appreciate Old Forester. And then, there we go. We see the oils. Maybe you can see them a little bit. I can see them a little bit in the camera. Right there. So it's got some oils in there. It's got some legs. I was hoping for a little bit more, but it's got some. Let's see. There you go. You can see the ridge line of the oils right there. All right, let's go on those again. Okay, now that I stirred it up, maybe I was sitting in the glass too long. I stirred it up a bit. I'm smelling a little bit of yeast, like the yeast rolls, the bread rolls. I'm smelling a little bit of peach, a little bit of apple, a little bit of caramel, ethanol for sure. 132 proof. What do you expect, right? Again, just red fruit, and in terms of red apple, the peel as well as the flesh inside, the white part of the apple, the flesh. Man, I'm even smelling the bread when it's rising, but it's not done yet. That part I'm smelling. Okay, that's pretty much what I'm getting. A little bit of brown sugar. As I stir it, when I stir it and I smell it again, I smell more of that brown sugar in the caramel. All right, let's go to the palate. I feel like I gave it more than its fair try when it comes to the nose. Oh, the palate is a whole nother level. Let me tell you. I taste char barrel. I taste toasted barrel. I taste banana. I taste bananas Foster. I taste vanilla ice cream. I taste the pie crust trying to hold it all in. I taste the oils inside of that, the velvetiness on my palate. Wow, is this amazing? I can taste a little bit of the ethanol on the back end, but not very much. And the finish, you know what, honestly, I think the others finish about as long as this. The only reason I think this lasts maybe a little bit longer is because it has a little more ethanol. And so I feel a bit of a slight burn, a pepperiness towards the back end. This is a really, really solid pour. And maybe, I don't know what it is. Maybe because I've tasted it, now my nose is opening up on it. I'm smelling, again, still that bread, very bready. Almost like a little bit of that banana peel. I'm smelling a little bit of peach skin, a little bit of peach. And there's some flavor, some sense I can't describe. I'll be honest, almost like that sweetness when you open up a Chef Boyardee can of spaghetti, maybe like beefaroni or ravioli. It's not something you want, but for some reason I'm getting that. Maybe it's the pasta smell with the sweet sauce. It just reminds me of that just a tad bit. So, but it smells good. I really enjoy the smell, especially now that I've had the palate. I've got to have another sip. I mean, this is fantastic. I mean, Belmont, let me be honest. When it comes to store picks, you're doing your thing. Now, when it comes to just average bourbons, I really wish we had better selection in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Um, but when it comes to these picks, I mean, gosh, you're doing your thing. This is harder than it was with the Gaze pick. I'll be honest. Okay. I'm tasting more of that char, that oak, almost a slight bubble gum, banana, pear, peach cobbler with the sugar on top. Just imagine just sprinkling that sugar on top of that peach cobbler, on top of that pie crust. Very, very nice, smooth, just stays on your palate, just coats your throat because of the oils on there. This is really hard. I mean, man, this is hard. I don't even know if it's fair to choose amongst these three. That's how good they are. But I'm gonna do it anyway. This is getting a little long. It's 14 minutes. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna go ahead and just try to wrap this up. I love them all. I have a feeling Old Forester is gonna go ahead and win, but let's go through them again. So let's go to Buffalo Trace. Old Forester. So You know what? Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and do a number scale. So Old Forester on the nose, for some reason, it's gotten higher before. I don't know why. It's not going to get as high as before. But let's go ahead and do this. On the nose, it's a 6. It's all right. It was a higher nose when I tested before. Maybe it was a different barrel. I don't know, different bottle. Blue Label usually has a higher nose. On this one, it's just a 6. It's good, but it's not great. It's all right. It's good. On the palate, though, I love the velvetiness. I love how smooth it is. I love the charcoal, the complexity, a little bit of drying. I do like that little bit of drying because then it makes me just suck more of the flavors in my mouth so I can experience more of the apples, the peaches, the apricots, the pears, the brown sugar, the caramel, the almost the white sugar. Very good bottle. I mean, excellent, excellent sipper. Fantastic. I think on the palate, I'm going to have to give it, I know this is high, but you know what? I'm not comparing it to other things other than what's on this list right now. If I was comparing it to some other things like maybe Stag or um, some Willets, maybe the number would change. But right now, I'm feeling like a 8.75. 8 point, you know what? I'm gonna give it 8.8. This is fantastic, the flavor. So a 6 on the nose, 8.8 on the taste. The finish is like a 7.2. 7.2. Okay, the finish is good. It's not great. It could be better, but it is still good. I still have it. I just wish it was a little bit stronger. I've had some stronger ones, but it's good. All right, let's go to Buffalo Trace. Nose. Oh yeah, the nose just beats Old Forester. Hands down does it. It beats that nose. All right, so the nose, Old Forester was in the 6s. This Buffalo Trace, the nose, and obviously if there's a tie, I got to give it to palate more than anything else, more than nose and more than finish. That's how I am. That's how I feel about bourbons. But on this nose, man, I'm going to give it an 8. It smells absolutely fantastic, this nose. I mean, you're talking about peach pie, peach cobbler, apple pie. It smells like you're getting ready to you're peeling some pears, you're sauteing them in some butter and some brown sugar. You're making your own caramel sauce. I mean, this is just outstanding. The butter is just a little bit of brown. Just imagine you're just like slightly burning that butter. That's what it smells like on the palate, though. And then we're going to do finish, palate and finish. Okay, so the nose is better than the palate. Thinking about that nose, I think that nose is like, man, it's like an 8.5, actually. The palate is good. It's like a 7.5. It's fantastic. I think regular Buffalo Trace is like a 6. I think this is like a 7.5. It's a huge jump up. Honestly, if you're going to pay a little bit more for a store pick, I think it's worth it because it may be a banger. And if it's a banger, then go back to the store and buy the rest of them if you can. It's fantastic. In fact, I need to do that. I need to find out if there's any more of these around and I need to buy them up. They're just fantastic. But still, it's only 7.5 compared to that Old Forester. The nose beats it. Palate doesn't. It's a good palate. It starts falling fat very fast. It hits high and then it starts coming down pretty quickly. Okay, it's very good though, sipper. Very light sipper. People who maybe are starting out in their bourbon, maybe they like lighter flavors, they don't like higher proofs. I think this would just be amazing for them. I know some people they like their caribous, and I think this would blow it out the water. I'm not a caribou type person personally, but I think this would be up their alley and be an extremely sought after brown bottle for ones who like that. Let's go to the Maker's Mark the private selection. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stir it again because I'm surprised that I'm not seeing any legs. I don't know why. I expected I would see some legs, and I don't. I don't see anything, any oils at all. What is the proof point on this? I mean, the proof point on this is like 112, 111. Like it looks like 56.8. So I mean, it's got a decent proof point. Why isn't there any oil? I have no idea. I mean, maybe the way it's filtered, right? Maybe it's cut. Maybe it's chill filtered, right? And that's why you have less of the oils on there. Can you imagine if I like this if it was uncut and non-chill filtered? Oh my gosh. Now we're talking, right? So let's go ahead and go to nose. Nose is good. Nose is slightly better than the Old Forester. I would say 7.6, 7.6. I mean, you get different fruits, you get different breads. It tastes like it smells like a French bread, Italian bread. Now you got some sugars in there, brown sugars, ethanol, which is fine, especially for the proof. You got some apples, some peaches. I mean, it's got more going on than this all for. So let me go ahead and smell this again. You know what? As it's sitting here, it's opening up more and I'm smelling more. But still, I honestly think these other two got more going on scent wise. So, I mean, it's close though. It's close between the Maker's Mark and the Old Forester. I think the nose slightly beats out the Old Forester. I'm going to give this one 7.8. I mean, let's go to the palate. Okay. Okay. So, love you, Buffalo Trace. I do. I love you, man. You're just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing for a Buffalo Trace. I mean, wow, Buffalo Trace. But I think it's just from that taste, these two are amazing. I just think the caramels are so strong in here. The vanillas, I mean, and this caramel tastes like high quality caramel, not that imitation stuff. Just brown sugar, um, just that baked butter. Just like imagine you're cooking butter in the pan, you get it nice and toasty, getting brown. You add some brown sugar to that, and then you put that on top of a fresh yeast roll or fresh roll that you got from maybe a French pastry. And this is what you get for taste. It is amazing. That last mocha, nice strong oak barrel presence in the beginning. Toasted oak, charred oak. It's got those fruits that I've mentioned in that. So you got the apple, the pear, maybe a little bit of apricot, and the bread. Let's go back to the Old Forester. It's strong, so I'm not pouring myself very much. You know, this is a hard one But when it comes down to it, I don't know if the proof makes a difference of the flavor, but I have to say, out of these two, I love the variety of this one. I love the potency of the flavors and how long they stay with you. And just like these are a little bit more, the oak is pronounced, but the other flavors are more subtle. In this one, the oak is subtle and the other flavors are more pronounced. Yeah. I'm going to have to say it's a close one. A close one. And I'm going to say because the finish is better on this as well. The palate on this is maybe better by maybe 1 point. If this is 8.5 on palates, this might be 8.6 or 7. I would say man 6. If the finish is a 7.8, I would say the finish on this is an 8.2. So this is a little bit better on the palate, but it's a little bit more than just. It's a little bit. It's a bit more on the finish, and that proof brings it forward. So that's hard to say because it was so close between the Maker's Mark Private Select and this Old Forester, but the winner is Old Forester Single Barrel Blue Label K3 132. That is going to be hard to beat. Who is going to beat it? Let's see when we go back into the competition. And now we go 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 4 in a 4 battle of the different stores in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Then when we pick a winner, you know what? We may even do a tiebreaker, right? Because maybe there's 2 in Fort Wayne that are just so amazing. Honestly, it's really hard because I feel like this really should make it in there. So I might consider this as a wild card. I'm going to try the other ones, but this may be a wild card. It's that good. I'm serious. It is that good. This Belmont, the last mocha, it is that good. So actually, I'm going to go back there and I'm going to check to see if they have another one. It's that good. And let's see now who is going to go up against Ashley, Indiana and Indianapolis. Who do you think should win? What do you think you would choose if you were the one tasting these bottles? Would it be the Maker's Mark, the Last Mocha, Buffalo Trace, Store Pick, or the Old Forester Single Barrel Proof? This is Pete from Concise Bourbon. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It's free and it helps us grow. Peace.